What is going on, everybody? Welcome back into TTP Sports and back-to-back doubleheader Philly action tonight with sports with the Flyers and the Phillies. I just posted my Flyers recap, the recorded version, so that is up for you in your subscription feed if you want to check that out eventually. But this live stream will be for the Phillies right now, and the Phillies they go into Washington for the first game. Very, very, very cold day down there in Washington, and just a cold day in general, like in the 40s. So very windy, just very crazy day overall. Earthquakes and all that crap. Like what the hell is happening? Like this is not what I'm used to at all. Just earthquake out of nowhere that rocks basically the entire northeast coast at this point, where it's like felt from Boston all the way down to Philadelphia and Washington and all that. It was just a crazy day in general. And Phillies get themselves a win. Get themselves a win. They win 4-0 against the Nationals. Aaron Nola, definitely much better than his first start against the Braves. I guess anyone could have said that. And still, he wasn't dominant by any means. He still went, 5 2/3 innings, only allowed 2 hits, struck out 4 batters, no runs allowed. But he did walk 4 people, so command was a little bit of an issue throughout the entire night. He did get into some trouble, but sometimes the Nats helped him with terrible base running. And speaking about terrible base running, the Phillies once again were terrible on the base paths today, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But some nice defensive plays overall. And Aaron Nola was able to get out of some jams, and the Phillies bullpen held it down from there. Matt Strahm pitched a wraparound inning. Seranthony Dominguez looked really solid. And then Jose Alvarado came out for the 9th inning and got the job done. So overall, the Phillies had a plethora of chances to score in this game off Patrick Corbin. Definitely let him off the hook a lot of times here. But I guess when you shut out the other team, you really can't complain. But I really need to start seeing this team hit with runners in scoring position more consistently. In terms of the offense overall tonight, Bryce Harper was amazing. Had 3 hits, including 2 doubles. JT had another 2 hits on the board, so he continues to hit a little bit and is getting a little bit more consistent in the batter's box. Alec Bohm gets a hit. Bryson Stott gets a hit. Brandon Marsh got a sac fly. Kyle Schwarber with a huge, RBI single to drive in a couple of runs there. So that was huge. Trey Turner, he had some chances with runners in scoring position. He did get a double at one point in the game, but, bases loaded late in the game. He grabs it to a double play. Not the prettiest sight there. So there were some ugly at-bats. Johan Rojas, of course, had some ugly at-bats. That's just, the way with the Phillies at this point. Rojas, still, like I said, I don't think he's ready. I just think he's completely overmatched. He 100% did not deserve a roster spot coming out of spring training, and he's being thrown to the Wolves. Just looks completely overmatched in the batter's box. I don't know. I think he would do 100% better, seeing AAA pitching than seeing Major League hitting. I just don't think he's ready yet. I don't think he's ready. I understand he batted 300 last year. Pitchers adjusted to him. He can't hit the fastball. He needs to go down in AAA to readjust. That's just basically it. Find a way to get his timing going and everything there. Use Pache in center field and, combine it with Merrifield if you want to. And when games that Pache doesn't play, you put Marsh in center, Merrifield in left. That's what you do. That's what you do there. But overall, still, good win to start this series off. Get the win with Nola today. You got Ranger on the mound tomorrow to try to win the series. So, some good things there. But like I said, I do want to see more consistency with this offense. That's the bottom line there. Definitely got to get more consistency with the bats. That is the bottom line. And if you look at the offense entirely, like I said, Kyle Schwarber had 2 RBIs today. He got that huge 2 RBI knock there. He also had 2 walks on the day. So Mr. Kyle Schwarber singles, getting those runs home. He's batting .286 on the season. So, maybe he will. Maybe he will bat in the high mid-200s this year. That approach, changing from Schwarber, he's getting those singles. He's slimmer. He looks better running on the base paths. And I think it's working for him. 355 on base. Schwarber just does a lot of things here. Do we see an MVP campaign from Kyle Schwarber? I don't know. Trey Turner 1 for 4. Bryce Harper, like I said, 3 for 5. He was fantastic in today's game. JT with 2 hits. Bohm with 1 hit. Stott with 1 hit. Castellanos 0 for 4. What else is new? But he did also have a walk in this game. Brandon Marsh goes 0 for 2 with a sac fly and a walk. And Johan Rojas goes 0 for 3. As a team, the Phillies still struck out 9 times, so that is clearly still a problem. Runners in scoring position. Phillies went 3 for 11, left 12 runners on base, so they definitely left a lot to be desired on the base paths today. There was a situation where it was Bryce Harper, JT Realmuto both getting caught in rundowns simultaneously. JT was trying to steal second base, and Bryce was trying to, I guess, distract the Nationals so JT could get to second base safely. But then Bryce got caught in the rundown. JT goes to third, and Bryce really has nowhere else to go. And then he gets tagged out. And then there was a situation where I believe it was on the Brandon Marsh sac fly. It was bases loaded, I believe, no outs at that point, possibly. And Marsh hit a deep fly ball, went to the warning track, out right there. Bohm easily scores from third base. But for some reason, Bryson Stott doesn't tag up at second, and somehow he's not on third base. And then I believe the rest of that inning, the Phillies did not score, if I'm not mistaken, unless that was the Schwarber hit. Yes, that was the Schwarber RBI single. So the runs basically scored regardless because Rojas grounded out, which originally got the runners over, and then Schwarber got the RBI single, which made it 3-0. So in process, it does negate the entire thing. But if you're thinking to yourself, Stott should be over at third base on the sacrifice fly, because if you're thinking about it, Rojas had a ball hit right down the right field line. Joey Gatto made a nice play deep at third space, so most likely Stott would have scored on that play. So there's just, you know, it's got to be better there. You got to be smarter on the base paths. But then there was also a situation where the Nationals weren't smart on the base paths because I believe it was one of their batters. It was in I believe the third inning. Yeah, third inning right here. Garcia leads off with a double, and then Abrams singles, which Garcia gets held up at third base because the ball was hit so hard. Castellanos throws the ball back in, and I guess Abrams isn't paying attention to the entire sequence, and he thinks the runner from second base is running home, so I guess he thought, okay, maybe if the ball's going to home, I can try to get second base out of this, and Bryce Harper is the cutoff man. He gets the cutoff, and he throws out Abrams at second, and the run doesn't score. So that was kind of a bailout right there for Aaron Nola because he eventually gets out of the inning for that situation because the Abrams, base running blunder became 2 outs. So that was a break and a half for the Phillies. Still basically 3-0 through the entire thing. Phillies had some base runners through the other innings. Not really much is happening. Like I said, they left a lot to be desired on the base paths today. And in the batter's box, in my opinion, they left Patrick Corbin way off the hook way too many times for my liking. Top 7 was when they finally got another run on the board. Schwarber led off with a walk, and then Turner doubled, which led to a Harper single, which Schwarber scored on, but Turner doesn't score in that ensuing play. JT grounds out to the pitcher. Bohm walks, and then Bryson Stott grounds out into a double play with 2 outs there. So, blah. It's just bad. Just bad. And then, bottom of the 7th inning, that's when the bullpen basically takes over from the game because Strom did come out with 2 outs in the 6th inning. And, to finish off because I guess Rob Thompson wanted a lefty-lefty matchup with Joey Gallo. So, brought in Strom. Strom looked really solid out there. Got out of that 6th inning and then went 1-2-3 in the 7th. Phillies had some base runners in the 8th. Marsh and Rojas walked and Schwarber walked, so you had the bases loaded right there for Trey Turner, and then he grounded into a double play. So, once again, left a lot to be desired. Bottom 8th, Seraphina goes 1-2-3. Had some chances in the top of the 9th with 2 runners on and 2 outs, and Castellanos couldn't do anything. And then bottom of the 9th inning, after a leadoff walk by Jose Alvarado, gets the job done. Nice play by Bohm, too, with I believe it was the force out there to get the runner at second base. There was also a brilliant play over by Brandon Marsh. I forget which inning it was. I'm not sure if Nola was still on the mound at this point. I kind of think he was. Like, if you're in the live chat right now, tell me if I'm wrong. But I don't remember the specific inning. But it was Brandon Marsh. It was like a blooper to left field. Brandon Marsh comes running in. I'm not sure if this was Abrams at bat or whatever it was. The batter is irrelevant at this point because it was an out. But blooper to left field, shallow left field. Marsh comes bolting in and makes an amazing diving catch basically to save that inning because who knows what would have happened at that point. and it was a huge out there for Brandon Marsh, huge play. That is why he is an everyday player, in my honest opinion. that's that's basically what it is. He is an everyday player. Everyday player. I'm trying to see where did that happen. Was that in the 6th inning? I'm not sure. It could have been. It could have been. I'm not entirely sure. I got to remember that. I can't remember where that play. I got to remember what inning was that by Marsh. Was it when Nola was still out there on the mound? I got to see. I got to see. Was it when Nola was still on the mound? No, it was in the 8th inning. It was when Sir Anthony was out there on the mound. It was when Abrams was up at the plate. It was when Abrams was there. It was when Sir Anthony was in the mound. It was the bottom of the 8th inning. Glad I cleared that up for myself. Glad I cleared that up. Jesus Christ. But, yeah, got the job done. That's basically what it is there. And you got yourself your 3rd win of the season to start off this series. And if you're looking at the upcoming games for this series, tomorrow's at 4 o'clock. Ranger Suarez is going to be on the mound. He is going up against, I believe, Jake Irvin. I believe he's had a start already this season. He is 0-0 with a 5.4 ERA, 5 innings against the Reds, 7 hits, 3 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. Definitely a very hittable pitcher, in my honest opinion. You should definitely win this game tomorrow. And then you're going to have Ranger Suarez after his first appearance of the season against the Braves. He went 5 innings, 3 earned runs, 7 strikeouts, 1 walk. Let's see if Ranger can build off of that start. And then for Sunday's game, you're going to have Christopher Sanchez up against Mackenzie Gore. And then you go into St. Louis for those 3 games. Spencer Turnbull, Zack Wheeler, Aaron Nola before you eventually come home for a very long homestand. So yeah, you got to get your wins. Got to win a series here. That is the major goal right here, is win a series. We'll win a series tomorrow. Then we move on. Whenever Ranger Suarez on the mound, I would like to see the Bats do a little more. Because like I said, even though they won 4-0 today, they left a lot to be desired. Definitely did. Left a lot of people out there on the base paths. Definitely did. 100% did. Sometimes their base running didn't help. But I would like to see more. I'm just being honest here. I would like to see a little more from my offense. But the pitching held up today. And maybe that's what you're going to get with the Nationals. But gotta get wins. Gotta get wins. I would just like my offense just to be a little better. Just a little better. 4 runs is solid. I feel like he could have done more against Patrick Corbin. Just in my opinion. Just in my opinion. Could have done way more against Patrick Corbin. I just think you could have. Just think you could have. Jesus. What else happened today besides the earthquake? Oh, yeah, Phillies released the City Connect jerseys. And definitely that got a lot of mixed emotions from Phillies fans. Basically, it feels like it's split way down the middle. There's some people that really like them. There's some people that despise them. I feel like I've seen more people despise them than love them. And there have been some people that I've seen in the middle about them. There are things I like. There are things I don't like. Obviously, the color palette's weird. I understand it's supposed to be, representing the colors of the Philadelphia flag. I can understand that, why you do that, but I kind of feel like there could have been better color schemes you could have went with there. The hat I like. I do like the hat, the Liberty Bell with the city skyline in the background. The collar of the jersey is nice, sweet, blue collar Philadelphia. That makes a lot of sense there. The font I hate. They're trying to say it's like based off of historical font. I'm like, what type of historical font is that? Because I don't see much. I don't see much there, in my honest opinion. I don't know. I do got to see it in full action on the field because the hype video that they did have for the jersey reveal was kind of cool. It was kind of cool, I'm not going to lie. It definitely was. It definitely brought more hype to the jersey than it needed to be, but I did like it. I'm just trying to think of... It's really that font that bothers me because if you look at some of the names on the back, if you saw the Trey Turner's jersey, what the fuck is that 7? It doesn't even look like a 7. That looks like a question mark. Really, it just does. It just does. One of my buddies said that, where the fuck did they get this font from? The Boner Forever building? It's up there in North Philadelphia. Honestly, if that was the case, if they got the font, the font was truly inspired by the building that says Boner Forever, that is elite. That is elite, and that would make me love the jersey even more. Or love the jersey, actually. But I don't think that is the case. I would love for it to be the case if it was the Butter Forever building, but it probably isn't. But it probably isn't. There's definitely some gear that they released that's actually pretty nice, though. I would definitely scoop that hat up. I do like the hat. I think the Liberty Bell logo with the city line background, I think that's really good. But I'm going to ask you guys this question here. If you see all this merchandise, you just walk into the store, just, with a clear blank mind, like, what is the first thing that pops into your head? I'm walking into the Phillies store. When the fuck did they sell Union stuff? Like, to a casual person that had no idea what was going on, they would think it's a bunch of Union gear. That's my opinion of what you walk into that. Just because of the blue, the light blue, the dark blue, the yellow. I understand the Union colors are also based off of the city flag, but it's just like very, very picturesque of the Union colors there, and the palette and everything there, even for the gear. Like I said, there is some gear that's nice, like the hat. There's some T-shirts that are nice. Maybe I'll cop a player T-shirt or something like that. I'm not getting the jersey. I would only get the jersey if it's discounted, probably. But especially with the way that jerseys are being designed this year, the way that they're being handled, I probably wouldn't trust everything with the manufacturing, just in my honest opinion. But I'd probably get more for like the gear, like a shirt and a hat or something like that. Maybe a hoodie. That's probably as far as I'll go with that. But still, it was interesting enough to say the least. Like I said, I do need to see it on the field during a game, and actually, I'm going to the first game that jersey is going to be played with. So that wasn't wasn't planned, but it just happened to be the case. So I'll see how it is in person. I'll definitely see that. But off that, I don't know why I got sidetracked on that so much. I like talking about jerseys. I'm an avid, I have a lot of jerseys in my closet. I have a lot of hockey jerseys downstairs in the basement, so that's probably why. But yeah, in reality, there wasn't really much with this game tonight. There just really wasn't. Scored 4 runs. They did leave a lot to be desired, but really the Nationals didn't do much. It was really a quiet night. It was a quiet, cold game. I'm sure it was brutal to be down there at the ballpark in that weather. Just not baseball, not picturesque baseball weather, like for the past week. With the rain all week, with the Red Series, now it's just still cold. I think it's gonna get warmer eventually in the upcoming weeks or so, but it's just like 40 degrees. Got to bundle up. You can't enjoy a baseball game like that, especially this early in the season. I can't do that. October is a different story because the games mean more. But like April 3rd, 4th, I gotta bundle up to go to a baseball game. It's not worth it, in my opinion. That's why I sell these games early in the season. That's why I try to, at least. I actually have sold a couple of games early in the season. I surprisingly sold one of the Reds games. I am very shocked about that. But oh yeah, like I said, not much doing in this game because I'm getting so sidetracked. And I don't think there's anything else on Twitter in regards to this. I don't think there's nothing from Rob Thompson. I don't think there's anything from else. It's very weird. Very weird. Oh yeah. What else is there? It looks like the Braves are playing the Diamondbacks, and I just saw a highlight for a. Holy shit! They let that happen. Okay then. Okay then. Holy shit. So the Braves were down 5-4 in the ninth to the Diamondbacks. I believe Spencer Strider got lit up today, so that's funny. But the bloopiest of bloops. The Diamondback shortstop and the left fielder completely screw up the fly ball. No one's calling for it. The ball drops, and the Braves tie the game because there was a runner on third base. So yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. It's funny, but it's crazy. Jesus. My God. My God. Ugh. Man. Crazy days. Where were you guys at for the earthquake? I'm gonna be honest with you. I was taking a shit. I was taking a shit while the earthquake happened. all I felt was the entire bathroom shake. And I screamed down to my father, "Yo, Dad, did you feel that?" He's like, "Yeah." Like, Jesus. Jesus. Thought something was shaking in the house. No, it's a goddamn earthquake. And then everything happened. And the funny thing too, it's like it was 20 minutes after the Phillies revealed the jerseys. So everyone was blaming the earthquake on the Phillies jersey revealed. That was the funniest thing there. That was the funniest thing there. Oh man. We don't have anything on here on the hotline, so we'll get to the YouTube feed here before we end off this stream. So, Star Wars, how you doing? Yep. I would love to sweep the Nats. Let's focus on one day at a time, though. Let's win the series first tomorrow. Let's make that the goal. Mist, how you doing? Definitely enjoy talking with you over in Brodes' Discord. Very fun stuff there. Feels like Pache has earned that spot. If he keeps stuff up and still goes off with the dingers when it gets warm. Oh yeah, the sky's the limit for Kyle Schwarber, 100%. Pache, I believe, deserved a spot way over Schwarber in my honest opinion. Turd, Ferguson, yeah, Stott got bailed out by Schwarber. Oh, 100%. 100% there. Bats, team man, how you doing? Haven't heard from you in a bit. Bats need to wake up. I know we won 4-0 against the Nats. Any other better team would have been a different story. Yeah, most likely. Most likely. Like I said, they left a lot to be desired. Top stat from today: Phillies are 44-18 against the Nats since that stupid tweet where they tried to claim they own us. Yeah, I do remember that. Good times. Good times. We're not going to see them enough time for me to waste time caring. I'm assuming that means you're talking about the jerseys. I assume they mean the lightning bolt ties to Franklin or something dumb. It's probably something like that. Yeah, the hat is cool. I do enjoy the hat. I do. I definitely do. But yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna end it here today, boys. Long day, crazy day. In terms of tomorrow, most stuff will probably be at nighttime. The Flyers, they play at 7. Phillies are at 4 o'clock, so we're definitely going to decide on what happens there. Also, tomorrow, my father's playing in a charity game with Brian Prop of the Flyers alumni, so I'll be there basically from the late morning to early afternoon to doing all that stuff. So I'm not sure what time I'm going to get home. It'll probably be like in the middle of the Phillies game, and then I'll most likely be home for the Flyers game. So we'll definitely decide on how everything goes there. But yeah, definitely just stay tuned for everything. It'll pop up in your subscription feed when you see it. So yeah, that'll do it for tonight, everybody. Thanks for joining as always. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It does me a great deal of service. Also use the code TTPSPORTS, $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. Great deal. Don't pass it up. So Bill's got to win. Great stuff today. And thanks guys for joining.